Hello, my friends. Let us solve this together. If we have 25 raised to power n minus 5 raised to power n equals 20, we are going to find the value of n. To solve this, 25 is the same as 5 raised to power 2, okay, in brackets, raised to power n minus 5 raised to power n equals 20. Okay, having done this, we can use these two to multiply the power n. For instance, if we have a raised to power b in brackets raised to power c, this is the same as a raised to power b multiplied by c, which will give us a raised to power b c. Okay, so this can be written as 5 raised to power 2 multiplied n will give us 2n minus 5 raised to power n equals 20. Okay, now our target will be to rearrange this so that we can get 5 raised to power n from here. So we can simply write this as 5 raised to power n, okay, all of them raised to power 2, because n will multiply 2 to give us 2n, minus 5 raised to power n equals 20. Okay, now we have a situation whereby 5 raised to power n is in the bracket here. We also have it here. Therefore, let us represent 5 raised to power n with a letter. So we can say let 5 raised to power n be called p, so that we will have p, because the whole of this inside the bracket will be p, then p raised to power 2, that's p squared, minus p, okay, this is p, equals 20. Okay, so what we do now is to try and form a quadratic equation. Forming quadratic equation, let's bring 20 inside. This will be p raised to power 2 minus p plus 20 comes over to this side to change to minus 20 equals 0. Okay, now this is a standard quadratic equation. We can factorize this equation so that we can get the values of p, and when we get the values of p, we go back to this equation to substitute the values of p so that we can get the values of n. Okay, so let's call this equation 1. All right, now to solve this quadratic equation, we can factorize. Let's look for 2 factors of 20 such that when we multiply the 2 factors, they will give us minus 20, and when we add the 2 factors, they give us the coefficient of minus p here, which is minus 1. That 1 is silent, but in factorization, we used to record that particular one. So we look for 2 factors of 20 such that when we multiply the 2 factors, they give us minus 20, and when we add the factors, they give us minus 1. Okay, the factors should be 4. Okay, let's select 4. The factors should be 4 and 5. Okay, yes, because 4 multiplied by 5 will give us 20, but we are looking for minus 20. So when I add minus to 5, it becomes 4 multiplied minus 5, which is minus 20. And when we add 4 to minus 5, it becomes 4 minus 5, because plus minus is minus. 4 minus 5 will give us minus 1. And that's exactly what we want to achieve here. So the 2 factors are 4 and minus 5. Okay, don't forget that. The 2 factors are 4 and minus 5. So we come to this particular equation and open 2 brackets. This is how to factorize quadratic equation. So when we open 2 brackets, the first factor is plus 4. Okay, so we have p here because p is squared. P will also appear here. Since the first factor is plus 4, second one is minus 5. So when you remove this bracket by expansion, you will get this back. Okay, so these are the factors of this quadratic equation. Now we have 2 brackets that are equal to 0. We are going to take them one after the other because each of these brackets is actually equal to 0. So let's take the first bracket. When p plus 4 is equal to 0, okay, therefore p alone will be what? Move p move plus 4 to the right side, it changes to minus 4. So this is the first value of P. Second value of P, okay, let's continue from here. Okay, here you will not see it here. Let's continue from here. Second value of P is when the second bracket is equal to 0. So we will have when P minus 5 equals 0, okay? Therefore, what will be the value of P? P will be, let's move minus 5 to this side, it changes to plus 5. So this is the second value of P. First value is minus 4, second value is 5. Now let's go to this equation, which we call equation 1. Anywhere we see P, we replace it with minus 4 and 5. But when we replace P with minus 4, we are not going to get the answer because the value of P cannot be minus 4 because of the base 5 we have here. So minus 4 cannot give us the real value of n that will satisfy this equation. Now let's go to plus 5 when P is 5. So from this equation, we have 5 raised to the power n equals, when P is 5, we have 5 here. So this is the value that will give us the true value of n. So let's continue. We have 5 raised to the power n. This 5 raised to the power n is in index form because n is the power. Now let's make 5 to become an index form by adding 1 here, because any number raised to the power 1 is the same number, okay? So this is 5 raised to the power 1, which is the same as 5. But we have just turned it to index form. Now you can see from this point that we have the same base on both sides, okay? So what we do is to eliminate or remove the base and equate the powers. For instance, if we have a raised to the power b equals a raised to the power c, you see a is the base. So because they have common base, this can be written as b equals c. We eliminate the bases and equate the powers because they have the same base on both sides. So here we are going to remove the base 5 and equate n to 1. So this is the value of n that satisfies this equation. Thank you for watching this video. Do not forget, this is where we study mathematics. You are always welcome. Don't forget to drop your questions. If you have any question, go to the comment section and drop your question. Thank you once again and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.